Good morning. I'm back in Duncan. I cannot seem to keep away from this place. It's just so groovy and it's so comfortable and everything's so easy to be here. So today there's going to be super groovy because one, it's a beautiful day, and two, we're going to the widest waterfall in the world. It's 10.7 kilometers wide. It's basically the waterfall that goes along the bottom of the Duncan Island and goes from the Cambodian border all the way across to the mainland. And yeah, 10.7 kilometers wide, which is insane. And the next biggest waterfall is in South America somewhere, and it's 5 kilometers wide. So it is literally the widest waterfall in the world by double. And it's going to be awesome. We're going to go there today. You do have to pay to get in. It's not like the smaller waterfall. It's I think it's like 30,000, which is like £1.50. But for the absolute magical view that you get from there, I think it's definitely worth it. So I'm going to go. Lucy's going to stay here today and sort some stuff out, but Lucy's friend Sky has just arrived from the UK, so she's going to come with me, and we might also try and find her a motorbike when we're on the way there. If not, then we'll get one. Yeah, we'll get one in the next few days. We've just stopped at the mechanic on Duncan Island. Just as you cross the bridge, there's a mechanics on the right hand side. If you ever need anything fixed, come to this guy because he is a G and he has fixed my bike many times. His prices are really fair. The other day my clutch cable snapped and we couldn't find one anywhere on the island. So he just took any old piece of cable and hammered 2 little ball ends onto it, cut it to the right length and connected up my clutch, and it's working fine and perfect and didn't charge me a thing. Get your stuff fixed here if you need to. All right, we're gonna keep going because the waterfall's just down the road and our homie here is gonna try and find a bike for Sky while we're there. So yeah, well, he's got a couple of nice ones here, but they're just not for sale. So just arrived there, and it's called the Fiat Waterfall Park. You do have to pay how much to get in, I'm not sure, I think it's 35. But it looks sick, and they've got all of this stuff advertised. Like they had like this whole zipline thing going on there a couple of years ago, but it's definitely fallen apart since COVID. And they've got like the swimming pools and like Tarzan pools and all these swings, but I would definitely not be swinging off them because there is rocks everywhere. But it looks pretty groovy. So this is the sign to come in. They definitely don't have these zip lines anymore. They're all falling apart. And it is 35. 35, that's a 50.
Oh, 5.
Oh, 5. Oh, yeah.
This place is so nice looking. Oh, they are swimming in that. There is definitely pools. It looks sick though. This bridge is so sketchy. I don't know what it is with Laos and sketchy bridges, but these guys, they just love their sketchy bridges. But yeah, it says there's a swimming area there with the Tarzan swings and pools and shit. I would not. It is literally like waist deep. There is not a hope in hell that I would be swinging around in that thing. But yeah, this place is all just like falling apart and dilapidated. It looks like at one point when this was pumping and that before COVID, it would have been sick. But now all the building, I mean, even the entrance just doesn't exist. I mean, this is the entrance, you know. You're supposed to pay on the way in or at least get checked in on that. Yeah, this is what this entrance is, but it doesn't even, yeah, there's just no one here anymore. It's just a nice shady spot. Be a good spot to put up a hammock though. Everywhere you go with the little bridges. The other day we were here and the water was so much higher and there's buffaloes in the river right here. But none of this actually exists anymore. I know the restaurant isn't there, neither is the coffee house. The swimming pool is an absolute lie. So when we first came here, I was gassed because it said swimming pool or swimming area. It's like, hell yeah, I'm just gonna sit there all day and drink a couple of beers because of this heat, it's mental. And yeah, it doesn't exist. I'll actually show you in a minute. It is literally just an old concrete circle with some buffaloes probably in there chilling. So this is the old restaurant, which is massive. And at one point, this place would have been ridiculous. I don't know what this is. It's so slippery. Oh, that was good. I did just fall down the thing. I don't know how that happened. I was concentrating too hard on the camera and I didn't even look. But how mad is this? It's so fat in here. Like seriously, you can fit a few hundred people in here. And the tables are so groovy. They're just like little, they've got like all holes in the ground.
You just sit around it just like that, you know what I mean? Fancy.
One day when I have a piece of land, I'm going to build a house like this. A big outdoors, it's like got a roof and you're sheltered from the weather, but it's outside, so you're nice and cool. And you got a good view all the time. But yeah, that would have been a crazy restaurant when it was running. But now, thanks to that good old, I'm not going to slide down this, I'm going to slide down this thing again. That was close. But yeah, this is beautiful, man. Look at all the little baby buffalo.
Hey, little guy. Sorry, I don't want to scare you. You do your thing. Just kill him.
So that's how mad that restaurant is from the outside. One day I'm going to have a house just like that. It might be made of bamboo, but it will still be a home. It'll be groovy. But yeah, we made it to like the big area where the main waterfall is. And it is, it's going to get really loud just now.
Quite a crazy spot, though. So this used to be the pool.
And they didn't change the sign saying we don't have a swimming area. So I came here going, I'm going to swim, but I'll show you why you cannot swim.
You ain't swimming in there, bro. There's no way in hell you're swimming in here.
So we don't really have a good viewpoint right now of the waterfall. But as I was saying earlier, it is the widest waterfall in the world at like 10.7 kilometers. It just goes on and on and on. Like there's this bit of the waterfall for 200 meters and then there's another island and then the waterfall keeps going for another 200 meters and another island and it keeps going and it goes like that from the Cambodian border all the way to the mainland and it is ridiculous. We will go down further and hopefully get a better view and it won't be as loud.
The water is flowing at such a speed. I want to go climb out on these rocks so bad, but I don't think I can. I'm starting to get further down now with a little bit of a better view, but this waterfall just goes on and on and on. You could walk for hours and you never get to the end. But yeah, don't take the risk, G. I might have to.
So we're like climb down the waterfall a little bit. And I want to, I've just put my sticky shoes on. I'm going to see how far down I can get to the bottom of the waterfall. It's quite steep, but it should be good.
I'm going to head down this way into the waterfall a little bit.
I'm down at the bottom of the waterfall. I've just found a little bit of shade under a rock. And the water is pumping.
I don't know if you're even going to be able to hear me because I can barely hear myself. But I'm right at the base. The water is churning so hard, okay? It's coming down river, like this. It's going down, but the water is pumping so hard that the water is coming back up river. So there's another waterfall just around the corner from me, and another one there, and another one on the other side over there. And the water is coming around so hard that it's flowing up river and up to the bottom of this waterfall, and it's just stopping the water. So right there is absolute chaos. It's insane. Just the sheer power of this stuff. But just like an extra minute down the path is like this old zipline tower and place up the tree. And all the old zip lines are still in place to go that way. But I would not go on these things. These things are rusty. And using the power of physics, we can play a little game. So if you hit this cable, the vibration goes all the way across and then it comes back.
The power of vibration. We are all vibration and nothing else. And you can feel it right there, it's really groovy. This tower behind us, where you would have done your zip lining from, is about 20 feet up the tree. And it is not very sturdy. These stairs are like, that's the banister. But I reckon the view from the top will be absolutely ridiculous. So as long as I don't fall out of the tree, we'll be okay, I think. Oh man, it is getting insane. Sky, you gotta come up here, dude. It's crazy looking. Oh, it's getting kind of tight though. And it's still very shaky, but we are on top. Whoop. And good Lord, look at that view.
That is incredible. So the waterfalls are there, and there's a little bit of an island and more waterfalls. An island and there's more down there.
And then there's actually more on the other side of Duncan, which is the biggest part of it. But this all makes up one waterfall. It's crazy to think that this goes for 10 kilometers. Like, that's a hell of a run, a hell of a walk. And it's just going on and on and on. And then I might get down from this platform though, because it's not very sturdy. The whole thing's sloping to one side. Would you imagine zip lining across this?
This is the zip line cable. Going across to the platform over there.
You can't even really see the platform.
You can't even see it. Look how steep these bloody stairs are to get down. It's like a ladder. I'm not going to film me going down this because I will just fall. I've got to concentrate. Everywhere you go, there's just crazy views. Insane. It goes on forever. You feel like you've seen it all. You take another 2-minute walk and it just keeps going. I would love to be in that water right now. Very hot, but I feel like you might just possibly get washed away. It's moving so quickly. Oh.
So we've been wandering around in the bush now for a little bit, trying to find little viewpoints, and they've been cool, but I think it's definitely time to go and jump in the water. We'll go back around to that Tarzan pool. I won't be swinging off any of those swings, but I definitely will be getting in the water. Maybe there'll be a buffalo in the water with us, we can check.
This is the swimming pool. No, I'm joking, this is just a little river. But this is the, oh, hello guys. Well, this is the swimming area here where all of the buffalo and the baby buffalo. Little baby there.
So this is where we're supposed to be having a swim, in this pool over here, but there's some buffalo here, and they don't really want to get in their way. Like, they were here first, you know. It's alright, but don't worry, I'm just going this way. You're chilling, you're chilling. But yeah, these guys are all having a good day, just chilling in the water. Look at these guys.
These guys are actually chilling. The baby hasn't got his horns yet. He just looks like he's drowning a little bit.
They just disappear under the water like a hippo or a crocodile. They're there 1 second and then they just sink underneath and they're gone. But yeah, I'm gonna see, maybe we can climb in there and swim with the buffalo. But I don't know, we'll see. So they've got like ropes and swings and diving boards into this river, and it's ridiculous. Oh my God. I thought he was coming up.
Look at that little rope swing, and there's like a zip line rope swing over there, and there's like a big platform through there on the other side of the trees.
Yet the water is only waist deep. Like, sometimes I think people build stuff just because they think it's a good idea and they don't think about whether or not it's actually a good idea. I don't know, maybe the cows and the buffalo like to hang out and play on the zip lines. But yeah, I think I'm gonna have a little swim. Bear chill in the water with the buffalo. They're so beautiful. But they're so massive. What do I do? I don't really want to get any closer. We're going to go down to the bottom of the island and you can see the Cambodia border and we can like look into Cambodia, just across the river. And yeah, and then that's it. I think there's like, you can check the river dolphins that we saw in Kratie. You can see them here as well. So we're going to go and have a look. We've come down to the end of the island, like the very, very end of the island. And yeah, that's just at the end of it. And just across those trees and those rocks over there, that's Cambodia. It's really, really close.
Literally, you could probably swim it. It's probably 200 or 300 meters, probably 250 meters. You could just swim it.
If, hypothetically, you wanted to go visit somebody in Cambodia for a couple of days, but you didn't want to pay for the visa, I reckon you could probably just jump on someone's boat and get across. If you know anyone that's done that, give us a shout, because it sounds quite groovy. But it is super interesting, right? At this end of the island, they have this winch, okay? So this winch behind me here, down to the water. And basically, when the French were here, back, I don't know when it was, but whenever the French were here, the boats used to come up the river from the ocean, all the way up through Cambodia, and they would come literally to here, and the big boats would park just here on the edge of the river. And then they would load all the stuff onto the winches, all of the cargo would come up onto the land here, and they had a railway track, and that is where the railway track was, right there. And that old funky bridge that's in the middle of the island that I showed a couple of videos ago, they used to, the railway used to go all the way along the bridge over to Dundet, load all the stuff onto smaller boats, and then they'd carry on going up through Laos and up towards Myanmar. And that was basically, they used to do that because of those crazy waterfalls we're at just now. You can't sail a boat past these islands because 10 kilometers of waterfalls going all the way across. So people come up with some ingenious ideas just to move their stuff around. It's quite crazy. But yeah, I think now we're just gonna chill and drive back through the little bit of jungle that is on this side. My speedo doesn't work, it says it's doing 0. We're just on our way back to the other side of the island after chilling all day in the river and stuff. Once again, the bike has broken down. And I had someone message me saying, are you doing this for views? But I swear to God, the bike breaks down every other day. There it is in the mechanic. No idea what's wrong with it. But we were just driving and then it just started to gurgle and then it just cut out. Like it sounded like there was loads of dirt in the carb. The way it's just not getting fuel into the system, where it just gargled out. But then we kicked it a couple more times and it wouldn't start, and there was a bit of smoke coming out of the exhaust. And it wasn't like super white smoke, the sort of stuff you get when the seals, when your piston rings are worn through, you get oil that goes into the piston or goes into the chamber and it explodes and it comes out as white smoke. It didn't look like that. I have no idea what's wrong with it. But once again, here we are on the side of the road at the mechanics, waiting for another fix. Let's see what happens. Way, okay. So half an hour later, the bike is fixed, it's working. This was the problem. So the other day we got our piston replaced and he replaced the block around it as well. But he didn't put a new one of these in. I'm not entirely sure. This is just like one of the seals that goes between the block. And a little bit of it was worn away. So it was letting oil into the piston. So it wasn't working. But it's working now. Homie fixed it real quick. Cost me about £4, about 90,000. So actually £4.50, which is really good. But it is starting to add up. Like, we bought the bike and we've fixed a lot of things. So, you know, hopefully this is the last piece that needs to be fixed, but I'm sure it won't be, because it never is. But yeah, I don't think it's going to be the last thing either, you know. Okay, so the bike is fixed and we're ready to go. Give it a start. Power, power, power.
Yeah, more power.
So, yeah, I think I've got about 20 minutes till the sunset. So I'm going to ride back over, try and find Lucy, and see if we can watch the sunset. I think that's going to be it for today's video. Saw the biggest bloody waterfall in the world, or the widest waterfall in the world. Went and saw the border post, or not even the border post, but where you could possibly swim across into Cambodia, should you have the balls to do it. And yeah, and the bike broke down again. So I guess, you know, I think a broken bike is just creating contact for me. But yeah, we're going to end it for today. Catch you later. Tomorrow, we're going to leave the island again, hopefully for the last time, and we're going to start heading north. We're going to do something called the Taket Loop, which is about 400 or 500 kilometers north of here. Hopefully the bike makes it. And once we're there, we're going to go do a loop through the jungle, probably lots of waterfalls and stuff, and then we'll be heading to the north of Laos, up towards the capital of Vientiane, and onwards to Vang Vieng and Luang Prabang, which is supposed to be beautiful. Don't drop your coconut. Dropped a coconut. But yeah, catch you later, guys. See you in the next one.